Alright guys, we're back. We're playing Resident Evil 2. You're listening to James and you're watching Plots and Points. This is Claire Redfield, of course. We're going to go take a lovely tour through the zombie infested remains of RPD, Raccoon Police Department. Alright fella. That's why you put the boards on the windows, mate. I'm just going to go ahead and set my little timer here. Just remind me how much time we have together today. Don't want to overrun it, of course. Don't want to put the PlayStation to too much hardship. In the last part we got ourselves a little crank, which let us go through here. The police sauna, I guess. Why is there a big... where was the steam even coming out? Oh, I guess it was here. Why do I try and be funny and make jokes at any time? I don't know. Right, let's press on, because time is fleeting. We're just going to go ahead, search these lockers. I'm sure there's going to be a little spooker in one of them. Gunpowder, we'll have that. Thank you. No. Oh, no little spooker. There is this bloke, though. He's probably going to get up at some point. Right. Let's move straight through here. This is the STARS office. Well, near the STARS office anyway. Which is Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Squad, or Rescue Squad, I guess. And that, my friends... what the hell is that? Well, Claire, I was actually just about to explain before you interrupted. That, my friends, is a little licky boy. Look at him, there he is, hanging out on the ceiling there. Having a grand old time. Right, we're just going to ignore him for now. Just go straight in here. Pick up this battery. We'll have that. Thank you very much. And this is the code for the safe that is down in the West office, I believe. Red herb there. Always useful to have a red herb. Don't have a healing item on me. Must have forgot to pick one up. In my haste to press on through the police station. Sure, do I want to grab that? There's a first aid spray in there. Is there a green herb in here? I feel like there is. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Right, we can't use that for now. Can't get in here yet. But we'll come back later on. Not too much in the STARS office. Actually, just this battery that we wanted. Which we need to use to do some demolitions. So, alright, well, we might as well grab the gunpowder and the first aid spray while we're here then. Save us from that little licky boy, if he does try something. Now, I was talking in the last part about some little subtle mechanics they don't tell you about. And one of them, well, they do tell you about it, but you have to sort of pay attention and find the document. But the lickers, they are deaf as a post. So you can just sort of walk past them. Actually, no, they're not deaf, they're blind. They can't see you. So you just sort of have a little jaunt around them. Not a big deal. Not too spooky, and they can't come through doors like the other zombie boys. Now I've made a mistake. Yet again, full of mistakes today. Well, not just today. In all areas of my life. Gunpowder, might as well combine that, get some bullets. Right, so... I need that crest, is the problem. From there, I could come back for it later. Or I could just dump... I'm wasting so much ammo. There's going to be someone... in the comments or whatever going, yeah, you're wasting all the ammo, because I did that before as well. But handgun ammo, never really the biggest of problems, to be perfectly honest with you. Fishy boy, scorpion and a jug is what we're after. Fishy boy, scorpion and a little jug. Yeah, handgun ammo is not really the most essential thing ever. As you can see, you get quite a lot of it as you go along, and if you're playing at least somewhat sensibly, you'll be fine. The normal ammo that you want to keep is obviously for the better weapons. Right, I'm just gonna casually stroll past them. There's the red gem of course, that we need for getting through the east corridor. So what we'll do is we will dump off our crest. There you go. Actually, I think we might, once we get that red key thing, we might be able to make a little trip back to the STARS office. So let's do that now, why not? Since we're in the vicinity. Just gonna grab that. Don't mind me, guys. Oh, hello. See you later. Big library for a police station. Of course, in the original lore, it was made out of an old museum. Bit small for a museum, in my opinion. But then, I am not an architect, so what do I even know? Get rid of some of this stuff. Red herb, don't need that. We will keep that. We'll get that out. Do a little combo. Right. Since we're going back through this way anyway, we might as well go to the east corridor now, since it's the most out of the way bit to go to. Oh, we should go through the west hall, the west office as well. Get that safe unlocked, and this gives us a bit more inventory space, if I remember rightly. Oh god, Claire's out of breath as well. She's got less stamina than Geralt, but then actually she doesn't, because she can do the little jog literally forever, and he can only go a few feet down the road with his full speed. Geralt is rubbish, mate. I'll just go ahead and combine that. There we are. Oh, put it on him. There you are. Lovely. Now we've got a scepter. We can start our journey to become the Queen of Raccoon City. Oh, we'll just have this red gem out of it. Alright, actually, so we can't go back to the STARS office yet, because we don't have the little box that needs that needs to be put into. So once we come across that, we're good to go. For now, we'll dump it. Lots of backtracking around in this game, and the same with all the other original Resident Evil games, really, apart from maybe 3, because that took place in more of a city environment, so much less backtracking around. But it's good, even though it can, I think it might annoy some people having to sort of constantly go through different areas, but I think it's really good because it lets you learn the environment in a way. He's going to wake up when I go past him. See? It lets you learn the environment in a way that you don't get to so much in new games, especially open world stuff, which is a shame, I think, because they put a lot of effort in game design to design these worlds, and a lot of the environments sort of blend into one another. You spend a lot of time looking at compass waypoints and stuff, rather than what they've designed for you. So you're doing left 9, right 15, left 7. Okay, so these style of puzzles are quite interesting, because outside of the US, those sort of dial combination locks are not all that common. You know, you see them in the UK, at least. You see them mostly in sort of sitcoms and stuff that are about school, or like high school dramas and stuff. But we don't have them in our schools. So the first time I came across that sort of thing in a video game, I was like, how does this even work, this thing? Because you don't sort of click for each thing. You just turn it back and forth, which is a bit of a foreign concept to me, at least. But then maybe I'm just thick. I mean, who knows? Could be either way. Right, that's done. Do you know what we did do? We left some stuff, didn't we, in the east office. Now, this is a bit of a spooky corridor to revisit because there's all sorts of zombos around here. We'll just have to be quiet. Hopefully we won't disturb them too much. Just don't mind me, lads. Just going about my business. Just going to pick up some of the little bits I left behind. Oh. That was a mistake. Right. Alright, well, she slithered over this desk, so I lost my knife. Which is a little bit of a problem. Not too big a problem. Just take him down there. Get the green herb there. Is that more gunpowder? Oh no, it's another flashbang. Alright. We're doing good for flashbangs. He's got some bullets. And he's... Oh! See, now I'm just being clumsy. Oh god, see? What am I doing? And you know what? That using those defense items has become somewhat of a reflex action for me. It's like every time I get grabbed I just sort of instantly hit L1, which is bad because now I've sort of run out of all of them. I should be trying to conserve them, especially those flashbangs. We'll get the combat knife back out, put the herb away, save these bullets for later. Now we'll go back to the stars corridor through the spooky library. Now the spooky library has a couple of tricks and traps added into it. It might be worth my time to clear the zombies out of here, because later on, if we don't sort them out, we're going to be in for some trouble. But it is going to take a lot of bullets, so I might just lump it. Yeah, never mind. He's got a knife, I think. Yeah, there we go. So he's got a knife. Just come back through here. Don't mind me. I think this might be our easiest way back. We're going to have to avoid the licky boy though, because what we want to do is go back to that storage cupboard. If you remember the storage cupboard, that's what I mean. See, I know sort of this police station like the back of my hand. You guys, potentially the first time you've ever seen it, so I mean, you're not to know where the storage cupboard is, but I do, and it's not something I can say for the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I just sort of have to faff about looking for the little scissor icon on my map for 5 minutes until I can remember where the hairdressers is. Bit like real life. Geralt is a user of Google Maps. Now, this is, I think, the legendary DCM key. Yeah. It's got some submachine gun ammo, which I don't have the submachine gun yet, so not a big deal. We don't need to pick up a lot of stuff, so we can dump that. Right, here we go. We're going to be Claire Redfield, demolitions expert now. This we need to make a priority once we do the explosion, because well, you'll see. 10 seconds. I'm going to try something actually. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, no, I'm not, because the corridor, the door will get blocked off. I was going to... So I was going to go through there, so I didn't have to deal with the enemy that just jumps into the room, but I would have been locked out and had to come all the way back through, and that would have been annoying, so never mind. I believe it is a licky boy that's going to come through here, so we might just be able to avoid him. Look up the very useful notebook he's got. I don't like. He drew this whole little sketch out. I don't know why exactly. And where did he get all these combinations? Woman, arrow, snake. Woman, arrow, snake. I don't know why they added like a rust effect on that. It's a nice detail because obviously it's in a little manky storage cupboard, but not sure what the gameplay purpose was exactly. Oh, what? You don't want to be blind, huh? Alright, fair play. We'll just ignore him then. Alright, so you got to watch what you're doing in here, you see, because this little shaky floorboard is going to give way. So you need to come down the ladder. Oh. That doesn't seem very particularly fair. Oh, come on, mate. Give me a break. I need to put him down now, get my knives back. What, is he like the most invincible zombie on Earth? What's happening with him? Alright, we're going to have to back off. Too many zombies. Spoiling the broth. He took 5 headshots just to fall over. Now all his mates are about. We'll take him down. Put them all on their knees. Can I don't even get the second one back. Oh, maybe it broke actually. The combat knives break if you use them too many times. Which is fair enough, because otherwise they'd be a little bit overpowered. Right, so we're on danger now. Means we get to use our first aid spray. We'll dump the submachine gun ammo, because we ain't going to be needing that. But what we will do, we'll get our 5 bullets back out of here. 5 bullets, wow. And we will get the grenade launcher back out, because we are about to come into our first little boss fight. And we are going to make ourselves some more bullets too, because, as I said, boss battles, big habit of depleting all your ammo supplies. Do I have any more gunpowders? No. So we'll put this one away and we'll exchange it for green herb, red herb. Do a little combine and we'll take a first aid spray. The one exception to my rule is if you know there's a boss fight coming up, you might as well just come ready for war and stack yourself with the healing items. There we go. We did it, Marvin. You alright?
Okay. I gotta hurry.
What do you mean we gotta hurry? Did I not complete it? Oh no, I did. Oh. That's how you trigger the cutscene, of course.
Looks like it leads underground. Good. We can get out of this hellhole. Hey, Marvin! Guess what? I think I found the way out! Marvin, come on. Let's get you out of here. Let's go. Are you okay?
Does he look okay? I want to know how he got that injury.
Just go.
You know,
Save
little
yourself.
zombos, when they bite me, they go for the jugular.
Please, Claire. We both know how this is going to end. Get out of the city.
I can't just leave you here.
Claire, please, go. Do this for me.
He's a good boy, our Marvin. Sad to see the
Hey.
end of him.
Hey, Marvin. Thank you.
Cheers for the combat knife, Marv. It was very useful until I broke it, stabbing it into a zombie a couple of times. pretty flimsily made combat knives, to be honest. I can see why the Umbrella Corporation is so keen to use zombies and mutant monsters in the military, considering standard ordnance appears to be far from effective. Alright, gunpowder. Just stock up on as many bullets as we can, really. Right, we are ready to go. We're going to do a little save, just in case everything goes wrong for me. First boss of the game. I think, considering what comes after, is probably one of the hardest ones. Is that because we're low on ammo at this point? I mean, sort of. We've got a limited ordnance. None of the fancier toys that we can get later on, of course. And the guns are not anywhere close to fully upgraded. But it's one of the trickier ones because the arena's a bit weird. It's quite maze-like. So here we go. We'll just shimmy on down these stairs here. Go right to the bottom. Always take your time exploring the areas in a survival horror game, because you never know what sort of goodies can be lurking around. Unless you've played the game 100 times, like I have. So we'll get this hand grenade, make up for the fact that I ditched all my flashbangs earlier a little bit. So what have I got? I've got my knife. Can do a little swing with it. That's one of the little mechanics they don't tell you about. But I don't know. I keep saying they don't tell you about these things, but it might just be because I'm sort of lackadaisical about reading the memos that I pick up. But you can sort of swing your knife about, or you can use it to obviously save yourself from getting bit, which I find to be a lot more useful. This is alright for like confirming a kill or whatever, because the zombie will flinch and go ooh if he's not proper deado.
Won't budge.
Do you reckon the people who made this have seen aliens?
Hey. It's okay. Won't hurt you, I promise.
My name's
Do you need help?
Newt.
Here, you can take me in.
Nobody calls me Rebecca, except my brother.
You need help.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What? Oh my god.
There's a super cryptic way of telling me that the little big eyeball man's right behind me. Just don't be like, you need help. Just say, fucking hell, there's a big gribbly behind you.
You gotta be kidding me.
Right, here we go. Our first battle with General Blepharitis here. I guess, is he blepharitis or conjunctivitis? I've got a history of eye issues, so I kind of default to blepharitis because it's the one that's bugged me the most throughout my years. But we will be administering antibiotics today via handgun. You can't get them on prescription, by the way. You got to special request them from an illegal black market seller on Amazon.com. Oh dear. Can you just relax, mate? I just want to loot this room, get the little green herb. They are good in this game about quite forgiving if you have been a bit lax on item collection, or if you've been having a bit of a hard time leading up to the boss, because even though it does tend to drain your ammo supply quite quick, these boss battles, It does litter the arena with stuff for you to pick up, so I don't think you'll ever be in a situation where you're just like totally wrecked going in. Obviously you still have to be a bit selective with your shots, because if you do end up just doing what I just did. Oh, he's grabbed my head, sticking with the knife. That'll teach him. Don't grab my head. Flippin' heck. See what I mean about this arena? It's like a bit claustrophobic. It's more closed in and corridor based than I think any other boss arena in this game. It does create a fun little hide and seek thing though. More fun than the hide and seek we'll be playing later anyway. This is naturally where Claire's inferior clip size does us a mischief. I think by this point Leon's handgun has at least 8 bullets in it, so he's got the edge, and he gets a shotgun too, which is slightly more useful for this particular fight than the grenade launcher is. There we go. Got to shoot him in the little infected eye there. Get the antibiotics directly into the source of injury. Oh god. I thought I'd shimmy past. Obviously didn't work out so hot for me. Can you just give me a clean shot, please? Here we go. Down on one knee. Not for a proposal. We're just gonna... Oh look, there's some more stuff. I'll take it. Oh, he's grabbed my head again. Get him with the grenade this time. Oh. In real life, that'd have been it for Claire, mate. You can't just chuck a grenade at your own feet and expect to live. But then I guess, you know, it's do or die, isn't it? You take your chance. Otherwise you get your little head smushed in. Just gonna... Where's he coming from? There we are. If there's any pro gamer types watching, I apologise about my inferior gameplay. Nothing to save me this time. He's just gonna smush my head. I don't know why you don't just do a Gregor Clegane on me there, just crush me completely. What was I gonna do? He let me go? He must have a sense of fair play. He knew I was only on fine health, not caution. Or the ever popular danger. Oh, the hitbox on that is a bit wonk, for lack of a better term. He just sort of grab you when you think he definitely won't grab me. There we go. Didn't use a single grenade. I am truly the king of ammo conservation.
Oh, crap. Oh, God. Hey, little girl. It's safe now. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. Everything's fine.
Don't know about everything.
I just need
Bit
you
of
to
a
lower
bold
that ladder
claim.
for me.
Imagine
Will
if
you
she
help me
didn't.
find my mom?
She's in collusion with the zombies.
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
This is one of the nice little things as well about this remake. They do a much better job fleshing out the side characters, as we'll see as we go along. Sherry Birkin, which is the little girl, she gets a small role in the original Resident Evil 2. You know, you play as her for a little bit, but her story is not as fleshed out as it could be, just because of the limitations of the time. Really, they didn't have all these cinematic style cutscenes and stuff back then. Listen, Sherry, you need to calm down, because we are on a quest to pick up as many discarded bits of gunpowder which are just lying about as we possibly can. The further away you get from the police station, the stranger it is to find little pots of gunpowder sort of just lying around.
It won't move.
You didn't even try it? Come on.
You got it.
Well, yeah, it's just a handle, mate. Like I say, you've got to try it. You know? You would be
So,
the worst
what's your mom like?
survival horror
She works
protagonist.
at Umbrella. She's making an important new medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
They are the ones that make the
My mom works
antibiotic
at
handgun
work.
bullets.
I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
He, worked with my mom, but
Awkward question. Claire wasn't to know, but
he's gone.
Wow.
he's
Both of
the
my parents
big
are gone.
eyeball monster that we just had a big fight with, is what he is. Right, get rid of these acid rounds, don't need them anymore. Move that.
It's just me and my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I feel bad interrupting their conversation with these sort of gameplay elements, but in the interest of keeping us moving.
It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right?
Is it? I mean, I don't know. I feel bad because I chopped that up, but Claire's basically saying, you know, her parents are dead, just like Sherry's, so they've got something in common, which is obviously a good thing, right? No, Claire, I mean, there are certain things you don't want to have in common with other people. Dead parents at a young age, probably one of them.
Here. Come on.
Over there! It's closed.
I mean, if we're just going to go back out into the streets, why would you not just go out the front door? It wasn't blocked or anything. There were a few zombies about, but I feel like that's going to be the same no matter what you do.
We need a key card. Hold on. Here, come out.
The Herculean strength of a 7-year-old girl is going to help us with this one.
And you're sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now.
fella. That's a waste of ammo, that is.
Sherry,
The
tie
big
her
boy
hand.
smarty pants gamers.
Why are you doing
Shut
this?
up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now, or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment, for starters.
True upstanding officer of the law.
Sherry, come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
If you hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars, and I.
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Heisenberg.
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Stop hurting her, please.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop. Let me go.
Is this your job?
Let me go.
I mean,
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. We'll fix that. Oh, yes, we will.
Let me go. Let me go.
I'll get you, you fucker! Stay safe, Sherry.
alright, so we got a little plot point there, which is good, because obviously this channel is devoted to actually analysing story and stuff, not just riffing on the deados. So,
Where that guy came from.
the good thing about this game, what it does really well from the start, is getting the plot moving, and then adding in these sort of extra combustible elements to a story, which is something you really do need. If you're going to have like a static flat character, like Claire doesn't go through any sort of personal journey, personal arc in this, so you really need to add in extra subplots with, you know, people doing shenanigans and things like that, and adding in little naughty boys like Mr. Chief Irons over there is a good way to do that. Sort of introduce antagonistic characters. And I suppose you could use it for themes if you were being smarty pants about it, you know. Who's the real protector? How does power corrupt? That kind of thing. Right, here we go. Got a box. Always good to have a box. Good, right, now we've got a key. Fun fact, on my first playthrough of this game, I had no idea how that key actually worked, and I missed something pretty useful as a result, but we won't be making that mistake this time. Just gonna have a little shh. You gotta let the zombies have a sleep, because it's very busy work being a zombie in today's day and age. You gotta compete for your role, you see, because even though you're a real bona fide zombie, I mean, social media has made a lot of competition. Most millennials now, from what I understand, are essentially zombies themselves, sort of looking at their phones and stuff. Oh, Licky boy there on the corner, thought he'd be a little sneaker. Blue herb, one of the more interesting item types in Resident Evil history, the blue herb. Mainly in the old games, next to worthless, because all they did was they cure you of poison, and there were only ever like 4 enemies per game that would actually poison you, so they weren't altogether brilliant. Just the use of inventory space that you don't really need to waste on them. But in this game, you combine them with a red herb, give you a little damage resistance boost, which is a ton more useful, as I'm sure you can imagine, especially for boss fights and stuff. So collect those blue herbs, lads, is all I'm gonna say. Gonna go through here. Search through the morgue. I don't know what in character would possess Claire to open these drawers. You know, I mean, I know why I'm doing it, but if you were in a survival horror situation where the dead were coming back to life, would you spend the time to go into a spooky morgue, just unrelated to anything else you're doing, and just sort of start opening drawers, just see what's in them? I mean, maybe you would. Maybe Claire's just very curious about how, you know, morgues work. But why does this police station even have a morgue? Some things to ponder while I go through these drawers, of course. Always doing thinking work here on Plots and Points. That's sort of the MO. Alright, we're just going to put that one back. So if you're sort of aware of the scenario and aware of the game's mechanics, anytime you see a corpse, you just expect it to wake up at any moment. So you would always just gonna tuck that one back in, you know? Don't worry about him. Right, we need to get the key off this guy. I'll have that. And now it's the cue for them all to wake up. Little guy by the door as well. I think I missed something on that table there, but never mind. Got to get back round the Licky boys. He's right in the way, isn't he? Awkward. Might have to use our first grenade on him. Oh god. Oh god, I've made an enemy. That corridor. Oh god! I forgot about the one in the corridor. He's dead. Don't worry about him. All the zombies in here are awake now. Do this as quickly as possible. I don't even want that. I'll come in here for nothing. Let's get out of here before the zombies pin us in. Oh, jeez. There we go. We're safe now. Licky boys don't come through doors. Lickitung, of course, the best Pokemon. Making his first ever cameo appearance here in Resident Evil 2. There you go. Now we've got a proper looking grenade launcher. I mean, I could combine those now. It'd make submachine gun bullets though, and I never was a big fan of the SMG. So we might just leave that there for now. Come back later. How much time am I working with? About 15 minutes or so left to go. I probably won't use it all, to be honest. I might just call it a day in a moment, because as we need to go on a lengthy adventure without a lot of pausing. More submachine gun bullets there. More white gunpowder. It's really tipping me off that the SMG is about to come into play, isn't it? Right, so that memo there, which I skipped over, is just explaining to us that we've got a job to do. We've got to fix this little gear panel by searching out some electrical bits, which is going to be our next quest. And of course, you know what I forgot to do, which I said I wouldn't. I specifically made mention of it. Completely forgot to go ahead and get the item out of the car that this key's for. Whoops. I think I might as well go back for that one, because not got a lot of time left on the clock. Just wrap it up with doing that. Keep the diamond key for now. Can pick up that white gunpowder while we're at it too, save us coming back here later. Claire there looking more dirty. I like how the character model progresses as we go along in the story. It's a nice touch. Graphical advancements let you do these nice little things a lot of game companies don't bother taking advantage of. But Resident Evil design team at Capcom nowadays got it going on. Started doing well with Resident Evil 7. Progressed to doing better with this one. In my opinion, of course. There we go. Get ourselves a nice tasty handgun with a more adequate clip size. Get rid of that. So we'll keep hold of obviously our original gun as well, but this one's got a nice laser sight on it. It's got 13 bullets. Much better off using this one for your main weapon. But Claire being Claire, the other gun, it's got some utility that will come into play later down the line that will come in very handy. We'll have this now as well. We'll get the other gunpowder. Just finish up in here. So next time we can just jump straight in to the clock tower escapade. Offload all this. There you go, nice tidy inventory. Keep a clean inventory and the rest of it will all fall into place. That's my philosophy. Well anyway, that's it for now from me and from Claire Redfield. Resident Evil 2. You don't look too well, Claire. Well, maybe we'll sort that out in the next part. Thanks for watching anyway, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.